On this week's episode, we photograph the stars. We spend our last day at our Asilia Africa camp, and we see some baby elephants.
1, 2, 3, listen.
I'm Taylor Jackson, and this new intro song is ridiculous. One of the most amazing things about being out here in Kenya and being in this camp is that the skies at night, there's no light pollution around, so we're gonna go take some pictures of the stars. As far as kit goes, I'm shooting this on a D750 with my Nikon 20mm 1.8, which I really only ever use for star pictures. So I highly recommend this lens if you're interested in photography like this. So we're using this bag as a tripod. And I set it to timer mode, so it gives me 5 seconds for my camera to kind of stabilize on this really expensive tripod. And I think that looks pretty incredible. All right, these are looking pretty awesome. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to introduce a foreground element, which is this tree here, and then the Milky Way kind of goes off of the tree. So that is the goal. Unfortunately, I can't really see anything if I look through the viewfinder or the live view, so I'm just kind of ballparking it and then adjusting accordingly. Also, we're trying not to get eaten alive out here because we are in the wilderness here. There are lions around. That looks great, except for it's horribly out of focus. That was like the perfect composition. If you're in the exact proper 100% perfect conditions, apparently astrophotography is relatively easy. Pretty much all you need is that 20mm 1.8 and a full frame body, and you can do pretty good things. I've definitely worked with a lot less, and it's definitely come out decent, but with this kit here, you can do some pretty incredible things pretty easily. So, my one tip for star photography is go as wide as you possibly can, and just kind of involve obviously as many stars as possible, but also involve a foreground element. It's cool to just show photos of the Milky Way, but with no real perspective. They don't really have character, they don't really tell a story. I don't know if you can hear, but those are lions in the background, having a good time. So that's why there's flashlights out there, because they're protecting us. We're gonna go somewhere else now.
Just leave it, just leave it.
I think some people only upon arrival realize that, oh goodness, we really are in the wilderness and there really are no fences and we're living amongst the animals, which is absolutely fantastic. A lot of the camps are fenced off, so you are removed. It's more sterile. But yes, so we have the Askaris, which is our Maasai Warriors. They're on duty throughout the night. They sleep during the day, so they have night shifts. And their role is purely just knowing exactly what animal is where. If the big stuff do wander in, it doesn't happen every night. And yeah, to try and avoid them with the guests, or if you do come across them, they know exactly how to behave. They know the wildlife better than anyone. They grow up with them. So yeah, it's lovely to have them. Instead of having your taxi going to fate at night, you have your askari that you walk with. And they all have great personalities, and yeah, they're the ones that keep us safe.
out here on our morning game drive. Very good light. A lot of animals right here.
Today we're leaving the Conservancy and heading to the Maasai Mara Reserve. These animals are clearly used to having safari vehicles around. This is Blackie and Lipstick. They're kind of a big deal around here. Then we found a tree and had some lunch. The food on this trip has been absolutely incredible.
So we were driving around here and we looked up and we saw kind of this little faint rainbow up here. And then we looked higher and there's an entire rainbow around the sun right now. It looks like the weirdest lens flare.
Our tent has running hot showers heated by solar, but you can still do a proper bucket shower if you want.
So the cool thing with the weather is that even though it's raining, if it does come together, it's really going to come together well. And if we're in the right place with the right animal, the right time with the sun breaking through, it could be not only a once-in-a-lifetime shot, it could be kind of one of those National Geographic moments. And we could have one today, but if we are not at the exact right place at the right time with the right animal, we'll still probably get some good light and get some good landscapes because it looks like the clouds are kind of breaking up over here. And it's about 2 hours before sunset, so should be good. Should be a good drive. Right, Tim? So it stopped raining. We found the male lion. It's pretty well known around our camp. There's our camp over there. Isn't it annoying when I point stuff because now I have to get B-roll of it?
Yep.
I'll just take a picture of it. Here, you can insert this. So one of the cool things is even though this lens zooms all the way to 600, I can go into DX mode inside my camera body to get 1.5 times that. What's that equal, like a 900?
Yeah.
So then I can shoot portraits of this lion at 900. It's so relaxed. We're out here at the hippo pool, the Hungry Hippo pool. Hopefully they're not too hungry though because we're out of the car. Tim has told me that if a hippo comes up behind me that he's going to let me know so we can jump back in the Toyota Land Cruiser. It smells pretty bad here, but there's hippos. Hippos are very strange, but they seem like they're just kind of swimming. There's a lot of hippos here. Probably just like 5 hippos. There's probably more than that. Probably like 25. We're here at the airport on our way out, and by airport I mean covered area, no vending machines, no Hudson News. It's probably the smallest airport I've ever been to, and the runway numbers are marked in stones, which I think is pretty incredible. We got dropped off here from an airplane, and now we're gonna fly home in an airplane. There's a sign, there's some shade, and that's it. Management accepts no responsibility for any injury or death caused by wild animals, according to the signage at this airport.
How do I summarize a trip like this? It has truly been the trip of a lifetime. If a safari isn't on your list, put it on your list. Come to the Mara in Kenya or the Nobosho Conservancy and go with Isilia Africa. Their guides and staff are what made this trip incredible. We're now headed back to Nairobi with about 5,000 photos more than we had on Monday. do have one last stop though. These baby elephants are all orphans that are looked after here at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust. Here is where I leave you, with the baby elephants. I hope that this trip has inspired you in some way to travel more and see the world, to go on a weird trip rather than a safe trip. Beaches are great and all, but they ain't got no baby elephants. Until next time, I am Taylor Jackson, and I will see you there, or I will see you on another time. Laters on the Manjay. On next week's episode, I meet up with my fiancée Lindsay in Paris.